Our mission is to create resilient and inclusive communities across America. So that means creating communities in which we all want to live and work and play and raise our children. What we want to do is to build an ecosystem of affordable housing developers and project managers that can make a difference. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of the 2022 HDTI graduating class. We are so thrilled to welcome everyone.
The Housing Development Training Institute is a comprehensive and intensive training program for newer project managers to the field of affordable housing development. These are, 50 students or so that come together at one time and go through this training that's intensive.
It really is a hands-on opportunity to learn about how affordable housing gets built, how it gets financed.
I've been in the field for 1 year, and the training I received from HDTI has been invaluable. I personally experienced homelessness with a teenager in tow, and when I regained housing, I wanted to be a part of the solution. I was an assistant project manager when I started. I had no clue as to how to read plans, and I was very intimidated, and the skills and toolkit that I got from the HDTI training has enabled me to advance to the apprentice level. So I've just started to lead my first project.
Whenever folks are telling me they're going to go through the HDTI training, I always tell them, you guys are going to enjoy it, it's going to be great. They're going to work you hard, and they will work you from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But at the same time, the HDTI trainings are a necessity to the affordable housing landscape.
The problem that HDTI is trying to solve is, one, the dearth of affordable housing in the state of California.
In San Diego, it's the lack of affordable housing is really the issue that we face most.
There's so much need for new affordable housing units, preserving existing affordable housing units, and there's a need for funding and financing.
So Merritt believes in investing in the people who build affordable housing. Not only do people have the skills that are necessary to build affordable housing, but they develop the relationships with the other people who are doing this very difficult work.
One of the biggest misnomers in affordable housing is the quality of the building itself. Those buildings are actually better built buildings than your private sector buildings because there's so much subsidy from the public.
This is a very old neighborhood. It's a 64-unit affordable housing project. 45 of the units are dedicated as permanent supportive housing. We have an on-site property manager over here. We have 3 case management offices, and then I can take you through some of the amenities that we have through the building. This building is a mix of studios, 1-bedrooms. We have a handful of 2-bedrooms and 3-bedroom units as well. We want to have an area where the residents can get together. We'd like to be able to build a sense of community. The HDTI program does an extraordinary job in terms of training people, understanding how we finance, how we develop, and how we entitle projects. We've now had 3 staff, including myself, graduate from the program. We have a 4th who's in the program right now, all of whom have just benefited enormously.
I grew up in lots of different types of affordable housing. When I first started in affordable housing, like my very first day, somebody handed me a giant LISC binder, and they were like, this is how you learn about affordable housing. I knew that it was kind of like the training opportunity in my field, but just having like a room full of other people in the field like doing the same thing, it's incredibly useful.
Well, we really think of HDTI as the best training ground, and to really get the nuts and bolts training, to do a pro forma, to figure out the sources of funds, the uses of funds. And so I think HDTI is the best technical training there is.
You know, affordable housing for a long time has been built by well-meaning people who weren't connected with the people they were building that housing for. My dad actually grew up in public housing. That's why I do this work.
As a Latino, being in affordable housing is we bring a different perspective.
It's important to support diversity, equity, and inclusion in the industry because we want to build diverse leaders and diverse project managers, diverse developers in the affordable housing space.
We need to remember that we do things together We don't do things by ourselves. And so we need to come together to support programs like HDTI that are supporting the next generation of affordable housing professionals who are going to be building the housing that we need.
We know that the next generation of leaders have that same passion, and it's important to cultivate that, because the work that we do is difficult, and it's important that we're motivating people and giving them the tools that they need to grow in their positions and really lead the field in the future.
The work is more important than ever. We've had so much success with HDTI over the past 35 years, but as California continues to experience poverty and homelessness, it's important that we continue to build on the success of HDTI for the next 35 years.
The most impactful lesson or part of HDTI, I would say, is to not be intimidated and to realize that the toolkit and the resources that we're equipped with will get us through any challenge we face.